Alright, we're live. And we are just going to farm bones for the next 2 hours. Yeah, I had to get creative for this team, mainly because I really don't have any low-class units that can deal with this nonsense. And the only reason this works is because I have like a fully leveled up craft essence on Shingon. Like, we just barely do enough damage to actually do this consistently. And we're using this setup primarily because I need to level up my newest Mystic Code. Like, I will say this, leveling up this Mystic Code in particular is a pain in the butt. Now, I'm gonna go ahead and look at what's next up on the quests. Oh god. Later tonight is the night farming quest. Oh dear god, I gotta farm that too.
これはいいけど、この赤の星の気分、血を照らす命の証。見るがいい。負傷者の手当てを。戦いはまだ続きます。
では本日の戦闘を始めましょう。
前例を見せる。それがあなたの決断であれば、この赤の星の希望、血を照らす命の証。そこを作るぞ。
こういうのどうだ。夢中だな。他にやること。こういうのどうだ。加減なく。この辺りが頃合いですか。まさかの近くに居住ができます。わかりますね。この何か畜生。ひらめきましたぞ。単純いけませんね。
正面から受けて立つ。逃がしはしない。これは
加減なく。
この赤の星の希望、血を照らす命の証。そこを作るぞ。騎士の誓いは破れない。
一気火星に畳みかける。
前例を見せる。これはい。
温情なく。
この赤の星の希望、血を照らす命の証。見るがいい。
こういうのどうだ。夢中だな。他にやることないんだ。こういうのどうだ。敵将討ち取ったり。この辺りが頃合いですか。まさかの近くに居住。わかりますね。単純いけません。出直していらっしゃい。単純いけませんね。
正面から受けて立つ。ええ、
加減なく
この赤に私の気分血を照らす命の証
犠牲のない勝利はありません。よろしいですね。
Yeah, it is a lot of damage, Destiny. If you want to get through this, you gotta do a lot of damage. Like, the only way to practically solve this, hunting quest is to do as much damage as possible. And Saber is actually the best farming, unit I can use here. Which, unfortunately, makes it difficult for some things. Space Ishtar could, in theory, kill it on my account, but, I'm going to, primarily save using, Space Ishtar for when I really need her. Because, Space Ishtar is great, but, mine is only MP2, and I would rather save her for when, Castoria comes out. Like, I will say this, the hunting quests this time around are very difficult to 3-turn. Like, I really think that they are, starting to up the difficulty on these, hunting quests. Not that I really mind, though. Like, I'm mainly using this as, like, an excuse to, level up my, spacesuit mystic code. Because my goal is to have, the Arctic mystic code leveled up by the end of the year. And, unfortunately, that is taking a lot longer than it should. Like, whoever's idea was it to... Oh, hey, bond level 6. Nice. Very nice. I mean, I think I could get away with, doing this with, Qingong. Oh, you have to use imaginary element? Yeah, that's gonna hurt your damage. Gotta use, you gotta use MLB K-scope. Gotta use whale power, man. Whale power. Although, to be fair, double Scotty Reigns is pretty sufficient for most things. Like, the real problem with Reigns is she isn't able to charge 50% yet. Yeah. Like, the thing is if you can't use a 50% charge CE at the beginning, it's really difficult to get certain servants going. Yeah, Parvati does have an interesting issue where her damage, like, around the time Castoria comes out, just seems to drop off. Because a lot of the archer nodes now are, like, The conspiracy theorist in me thinks that they subtly try to nerf Parvati every time they release an archer node by releasing enemies with higher HP. Of course, that might just be me being a conspiracy theorist. Like, I have an NP5 Parvati, and the only reason I don't use her more is because a lot of the recent events have just straight up not had archer nodes that are good for farming. And I am getting like 5 bones per run sometimes, and that's really good. Yeah. Like, not most servants don't. Most servants average out their damage by the third wave. Although Saber here is a different story. Saber here does like a random amount of damage like every turn. Oh, your Space Ishtar is MP3? Mine is only MP2. Like, I was gonna roll for MP5 this year, but some financial stuff came up, and I'm like, you know what? Financially speaking, I should just stick with NP2 and be glad that I got what I got. There comes a time when you're rolling. Oh, I rolled about 500 Saints Courts, so... yeah, but I got NP, like... I got MP8, Calamity Jane. And to be fair, Space Ishtar gets a rerun. Like, Space Ishtar really just becomes, like, the amazing servant when Castoria comes out. Her rerun does come around at a terrible time, though. Yeah. I mean, I'll see where I am a year from now and see if NP2, Space Ishtar is gonna be enough. Like, NP2 should be enough for, like, most nodes where I'm gonna be using her. But I also have NP5 Berserker Musashi, so I'm fine in that department as well. So I'm not mad about not getting NP5 Space Ishtar. Like, the real issue is, basically, I will wait a year to see whether I will roll again on Space Ishtar or not. Avenger Ushi? Avenger Ushi's pretty good. Isn't she single target, though? Let me check. Let me, check the wiki real quick. Yeah, Avenger Ushi. Yeah, she's single target. But she's also the only single target quick Avenger. So she's got that going for her. And I like Avenger Ushi's design. I'm a fan of Ushi. I have swimsuit Ushi at NP5.
ええ、お任せはい。この赤に私の気分、血を照らす命の証を。
たまには肉体労働もしないとね。
Like some of the later animations for servants are pretty cool. Like lately, Delightworks has kind of been on point with their newer animations.
視力を尽くしてくるがいい。全霊を見せる。これは
温情なく
お任せよ。この赤に私の気分。血を照らす。
I don't know. I don't think a different company is doing the animations for them. I think they get like a different artist for each animation. I don't know. I just enjoy the game for what it is.
そして命の価値に区別なく気さく冷徹をもって終わらせましょう。炸裂するは必要な犠牲
And Shin-Gong is doing a disgusting amount of damage here. Shin-Gong does not normally do this much damage. Grailing Shin-Gong was a good choice. Oh yeah, now with the way grailing works in JP, I'm just gonna hoard my grails until the servant coin system comes out. Like I might as well just hoard my grails until I need them. Like, I only grail my favorite servants, or the servants I'm gonna use a lot. Like, I grailed Spartacus, Arash, and Shin-Gong because I used them, like, pretty much exclusively up until, like, recently. Oh no, I just screwed up. Crap. Didn't mean to do that. Oh yeah, 4 at level 100. Nice. Alright, I can still recover this because, Artoria has, An arts card. Oh, you grailed Okita, Parvati, Kama, Space Ishtar. Ah, those are all pretty good grail targets. You have your priorities set. Like, I can show off my level 100 servants in a moment here. Let me just go ahead and slap all these buffs on Artoria here. I wanna finish leveling up this Mystic Code by midnight, and I know that's a tall order here. I only have like NP1 Okita and NP1 Okitan. Like no matter what I do, I can never seem to get a higher NP level of them, which is sad. Alright, so I have 5 servants at level 100. I have Sieg. I have John Archer, Raiko, Cha-Cha, and Ruler Martha. And I do have several other servants that I've grailed. Let's see here. We've got Arash, Spartacus, and Shingang. So I've grailed like 8-ish individual servants. Like how many grails do I have right now? Oh, I only have 1 grail right now. I'm gonna have to start hoarding my grails. But at the same time, Shingang really doesn't get any improvement anymore past like level 90 because of the way his attack scales, unfortunately. And how close is Helena here to Bond 10? We got a while. But grailing your servants is really something you do if you use them a lot, and I used Sieg quite a bit. And I used Martha pretty much for everything. Up until the point when people stopped using Merlin on their playlists. I mean support list. Arash is actually one of the best servants to grail just because his attack actually goes up. You wish you could get your grail back from Santa Attila? Understandable, she's not very good for grailing. She's a good, like, nuking servant, but I hardly ever use her. Like, there are some servants you will just never use on a regular basis, and Santa Altera is unfortunately one of them. Like, I wonder, like, how long it will take me to, level up this Mystic Code, because I'm going at a fairly decent pace here. Just leveling up, just farming these skeletons. And, okay, so, I pulled up the, list of what's next. So, after tonight, we have, oh, night metal farming. I'm gonna have to farm that crap. I'll farm that tomorrow. Imagine switching Mystic codes. I mean, to be fair, the main reason I use, I'm using different Mystic codes is because, I feel bad when I'm not actively leveling up a Mystic code. I mean, to be fair, if I had all my Mystic codes leveled up, I'd just be using the plug suit. The plug suit is honestly just the best Mystic code, hands down. The other Mystic codes kind of pale in comparison. Like, this spacesuit Mystic code actually is not bad, but it really doesn't provide any benefit outside of, like, just buffing your damage by NP damage by 50%. And even then, you get more juice out of the, other Mystic codes in most cases. That being said, this setup is actually going to be very similar to the setup I'm going to use against, what's it called? The Christmas Lotto this year, the final node. Alright, we are at 200. Because the Christmas Lotto this year, the final node is Sabers, and it is notoriously unplayer friendly. Mainly because the enemies have such high HP. Yeah, hold on a moment. I hear something. I need to go check it out. Alright, there we go. Apparently my neighbor's dog was up to something. I'm not sure what was going on there. So let's get back to farming here. Alright, let's keep going here. Alright, so in addition to knights, let's look at the other things. Okay, so feathers. We can skip farming for feathers, the Amazon enemies. Because the Amazons, they're not exactly on my list of things to farm. The gears as well. Bullets, I might consider it. Yeah. Like, I'm looking at, like, the rest of this week, and it's like, most of the stuff I already have plenty of, and the other come up in the lotto. So I'm not really interested in farming all of the other stuff. So farming just this tonight. They can potentially take the skeletons down, provided they bring a very strong support. You see, as long as you have, like, a very strong support, you can usually get through most of the stuff. Problem is, these skeletons have a lot of HP. So even the best supports would have some issues here. Yeah, these hunting quests are designed to be challenging farming quests. Like, I can get away with doing this because I am, someone who, pretty much knows a lot of farming strategies from playing this game for the past couple of years. But, most people wouldn't think to, use Qingong here. Like, most people don't think about using Qingong here the way I'm using them. But then again, most people use Qingong with double Castoria because it's more convenient. But Castoria's not out yet, so there's that. And most people don't have an MLBK scope. So, yeah, imagine having MLBK scopes. And to be fair, I only got an MLBK scope after 3 years of playing this game. So, yeah. Like, even whales have trouble getting their hands on K-scopes. Oh, that's another good CE, a Black Grail. What a wonderful thing to have. What a shame Black Grail gets harder and harder to get every update. Heaven's Feel is a pretty okay craft essence. Damage is damage, man. Like, one of the things people seem to forget is that you don't necessarily need to 3-turn everything, you just need to pile on as much damage as you can. Oh, you have two 2030s? Yeah, I have 5 2030s, but I haven't limit broken it yet. Because I'm like, if I limit break it, I won't be able to just, I won't have more than one 2030. Because there's this interesting position with 2030, where if you have one, it's not really worth it. But if you have two, it's amazing. But if you have 5 and you choose to MLB it, you're back down to 1 2030. So it's a very nice craft essence, but if you don't have more than one, it kind of becomes problematic. And the 2030 CE is actually one of the hardest. Oh yeah, just get another one. Like, the problem with 2030 is technically up there with K-scopes, and Black Grail in difficulty to get. Oh yeah. So, 500 years obsession? Yeah, that's a very annoying CE. Alright, so let's keep going here. But I also, like, hardly ever use 500-year obsession. It's like, there are some 5-star CEs that I could point out that I hardly ever use. Someone using it the whole Lost Spell 3. I mean, to be fair, sometimes it can be really useful if you're just blatantly sacrificing someone. Although, to be fair, Lost Belt 3 was a pain in the butt. Yeah, trash mobs are annoying. Lee was pretty difficult.
視力を尽くしてくるがいい。それがあなたの決断であれば。束ねる星の息吹、輝ける命の本流。受けるがいい。
Oh yeah, like Kui Shi Hongji, very easy fight. The problem is if you don't have Jolter, you kind of have problems taking him down. But since everybody puts Jolter on their friends list, it's not that difficult. Yeah, Okita and other sabers are pretty good at smashing through Lost Belt 3. I'm going to have to burn some garbage here. There we go. Summer Ushi's pretty good. No, not at all. It is not difficult to find, not particularly, troublesome having issues finding Scotties because, Here's the thing. The further we get away from Scotty being rolled, the harder it is to find her on the support list.
こういうのどうだ通話途中だな他にやることないのこういうのどうだ
そしていの呵責なく
お任せよ
この辺りが頃合いですか。まさかの近くにわかりますね。
畜生
ひらめきましたぞ。自爆しかありますまい。
前例を見せる逃がしはしない正面から受けて立つこれいいはいこの明かりの星の希望地を照らす命の証
Scotty, there's a reason I only rolled for MP1 Scotty. Scotty is very difficult to roll.
やはり戦場はいい。勝利してなお次の戦いに胸が弾みます。
People roll for MP2? Some people. I won't. I like Scotty as a waifu, but gameplay-wise, I can't afford to roll for.
はい
呵責なく。
この明かりの星の希望地を照らす命の証決着をつけるぞ途中だな他にやることないのこういうのどうだ途中だな他にやることないの
そして命の価値に区別なく。奇策冷徹をもって終わらせましょう。炸裂するは規格に必要な犠牲でした。
ここまでか畜生
ひらめきましたぞ。
前例を見せるこの道に勝利逃がしはしない
Like, this is not technically the fastest way I could be farming this,
お任せよ
but it's definitely the best way for me.
束ねる星の息吹輝ける命の本流受けるがいい
Oh yeah, there is too much tapping for this
武将者の
farming setup.
戦いは
That would frustrate people.
落ち着いて油断なきようにこれはいいですねこの明かりの星の希望地を照らす命の証
Yeah, the Mystic Code buff is pretty good.
こ
中だな。こういうのはどうだ。通話は中だな。他にやること
総員突撃準備。
敵将
いいですか。
呵責なく奇策冷徹をもって終わる。
Yeah, it's only 30%.
炸裂するは聞かずに必要な犠牲でした。この手か畜生。出直していらっしゃる。
政権解放。
Castoria.
ひらめきましたぞ。
正面受けて立つ。
Oh yeah, my luck is pretty terrible during summer, so well, I'll have to wait and see.
いいですね。
温情なく
この明かりの星の希望。死を照らす命の証。犬がいる。
犠牲のない勝利はありません。よろしいですね。一気火星に畳みかける。
それが
呵責なく
あなたの決断であれば。この明かりの星の希望。死を照らす命の証。見るがいい。
Someone pulled 2 Parvati's, but no Scotty. Scotty without Parvati is very incomplete.
こういうのはどうだ。通話は中だな。他にやることない。こういうのはどうだ。
総員突撃準備。
そして、
はい
命の価値に区別なく。この辺りが頃合いですか。まさかの企画日時。わかりますね。
Not having a Scotty with a Parvati is sad.
畜生。
逃がしはしない。正面受けて立
自爆しかありますまい。
つ。それいいです。はい。
Rolling so many times and getting nothing is sad.
輝ける命の
Summer 2020. Ugh.
もう終わり？なんだ。
I understand that pain.
Oi. 落ち着いて油断なきように。それがあなたの決断であれば。タバネルの星の息吹。輝ける命の本流。受けるとに。
Like, not getting anything when you roll that much is very painful.
中だな。こういうのはどうだ。中だな。他にやることないの。そして命の価値に区別なく奇策冷徹をもって終わらせましょう。炸裂するは企画に 牲でした。悪い。
On the bright side, you can play this game with, like, the bare minimum servants. It's just not as optimal. But do you want to be stuck forever in a single fight? No, you don't. Alright, I am at 260 bones. Oh yeah, like, the first year of playing this game, like, most of my fights just turned into, like, massive schlogs, where I'm just like, alright, how can I make this fight last? Or, how can I get Ku to, beat this fight? Because, I still actively use some of the 3-star servants for certain, enemies. So, one of the best servants in the game is actually Uriel. Because, fun fact, most of the sabers in this game that aren't like a saber face are male. Yeah, Suitor was just a pain in the butt. Now, Emiya's good, but he's good for farming, not for challenge quests. Yeah, not having a certain number of archers is pretty problematic. Like, archers are, funnily enough, like, the servants, you'll probably end up using the most in this game. Because of how many, sabers there are. But there is a welfare archer coming out soon. Santa Nightingale comes out, and she's a quick AoE, archer. Now she's not capable of looping because they decided, oh hey, we're gonna make it so that she can't loop. Because her NP gain is absolutely atrocious. But she's good for certain challenge quests because she can screw with people's debuffs. Yeah, she can do all sorts of like nonsensical stuff. Like her NP removes offensive buffs on enemies. But it also like heals their debuffs. So it's pretty much like a neutral weapon. Oh, when Diamond and Pearl remakes come out, I should Nuzlocke them. I plan on Nuzlocking Diamond, but I plan on doing a regular playthrough of Pearl. Because I'd like to, at least be able to complete one of the games with a normal run. And objectively speaking, Diamond is harder because of the, fairy type changes and whatnot. Yeah, Dialga is harder than Palkia, so Diamond is the one we're gonna end up we're gonna end up Nuzlocking. 7 bones in 1 run. Very impressive. Alright, let's see. How many bones did we get from this run? Only 3. Alright. But I will be streaming tomorrow. Once I get my Mystic Code here to level 9, I need to go to sleep. Because, I have been up since 6:30 in the morning, and it is almost, like, 10:30 here. And I have been dealing with, school children all day. I tell you, the kids this month have been absolutely rabid. Like, I'm a substitute teacher, if you didn't know this, Destiny. Well, Desty. And I basically see the good and the bad side of, like, the teaching field. And I will tell you this, the kids come back from fall break and suddenly they don't want to behave at all. Like, it's a really interesting, dichotomy. Well, being a teacher's not bad. Like, it's, a consistent job, and like, if you work at a good school, it's not bad. But the problem is you have to jump through a lot of hoops to become a teacher. And you have to have a very clean background. Which, after learning about all the things that can disqualify you from being a teacher, I am not surprised we don't have enough teachers right now here in the United States. Because there are so many things that can disqualify you from being a teacher. Depends on which country you're in. Like, I'm not sure how Germany works. well, their teaching system works. But I know they have a lot of strict standards like they do here.
攻略しがいのある敵陣ですな。
この赤の星の規模、死を照らす命の証。見るがいい。
The government pretty much spits on teachers everywhere, regardless of what country you're in.
中だな。他にあるか。こういうのどうだ。
It is sad, but there's not really much you can do about it.
他にやることないの？敵視加減なく。
Like, I would love it if I just walked into the classroom and the kids were just super respectful. But that is just wishful thinking. Because despite the fact that I have a really deep voice, I do not look like what people would expect me to look like. And part of the problem is, oh, you're going to school because you started a second training? And now you're just working on your high school grade? After that, you will finally leave it? Well, congrats, man. Just keep working at it. But, part of the problem is because we're required to wear masks now, I can't grow my beard out. And without my beard, I look like 10 years younger, which is not a good thing. Like, you would think looking young would be great, but as a teacher, you actually want to look old? Because people are more likely to listen to old people than they are to young people, which is a very interesting situation to be in. Maybe. It's a cultural thing, I guess. Of course, it might just be the fact that, the kids really don't respect anyone nowadays. So there is that. Oh, being cool with them? Well, unfortunately, I'm not very cool, so there is that. Like, people on the internet may believe I'm cool, but, in real life, not so much. And even then, I'm not that cool on the internet, so yeah, I'm not really cool at all. I'm pretty lame. Like, it is really hard to, like, get a student's, it is really hard to get respect from students, and I understand why. Like, part of the issue is if there's this thing where you're supposed to like build a rapport with your students or make a bond with your students, but as a sub, it's like I only know these kids for like a day, so it's like, well, what am I supposed to do? Just magically walk in the classroom and be everybody's friend? No, I can't do that. I'd lose my job if I did that. There's nothing you can really do. Like, yeah, like, you have to deal with your classmates, I have to deal with my students. Like, when people walk into a classroom, everybody has a different perspective, and that's just how things go. There is also the fact that sometimes they do act like literal children, which there's nothing I can do about that. Like, if a kid wants to act out and just be like pure childishness and pure childishness, I can't do anything about that. Like, what am I supposed to do if a kid is just acting out? Like, the only thing I can really do is send them out of the room. I am dealing with students from the ages of 15 to 18. No, 14 to 18. And yes, they do sound a lot younger than that. Yeah. Oh yeah, like, you'll find that as a teacher, when you're the teacher, pretty much, you'll pretty much find it doesn't matter what their age is, they will still act like children when the teacher is gone. And it's like, well, you kind of just have to accept it. I mean, if they were just playing on their iPhones or iPads, it would be fine. But my problem is I have to get them to sit down and not walk around and not mess with things they're not supposed to.
それが
貸し加
あなたの
減なく
決断であればこの赤の星の規模
As long as they don't start to throw chairs. Well, they haven't done that yet. So, there is that.
もう終わり？なんだ。
視力を尽くしてくるがいい
Oh, somebody threw a chair out a window? Oh, wow. That is very surprising.
人類を守る戦いであるタバネルの星の息吹輝ける命の本流
Like, I have never had to deal with something like that. I mean, I've had kids throw stuff at me. Like, today I had a kid throw a filled bottle of milk at me. And it almost hit me in the head.
こういうのどうだ
I didn't see which student did it, so I couldn't punish whoever did it, but whoever threw that milk bottle at me, I'm like,
そして命の
you need to make better decisions and work on your aiming skills. Because if you're at least, this was like a group of like sports players, and I'm like, all right, you guys need to work on your throwing skills, and you need to make better decisions. But whatever. I mean, there's not really much I can do about it.
出直していらっしゃい
Like, if I don't see them do something, like, I have very little proof that they actually did something.
お任せ
温情なく
この赤の星の希望死を照らす命の証見るがいい
たまには肉体労働もしないとね。
And I know that that really sucks as a teacher, but as somebody who, like, deals with kids on a regular basis, it's like, if you don't have, like, definite proof, the kids will not rat out their
蹴
friends.
散らすのみですそれがいいでしょ
I mean, part of the reason why they have me in the room is because they know that if they leave the kids alone, it'll be even worse. Like, I have stepped out of the room before and found it in complete disarray, so I'm not really inclined to trust the kids with anything really. Like, I will look away and kids of any age will just get out stuff they're not supposed to get out and start doing stuff. Yeah, here's the thing. As a substitute teacher, I'm not allowed to punish the class. It is literally in my contract that I am not allowed to punish the kids. I am able to send them out of the room to the principal, and the principal can punish the kids, but I'm not allowed to punish the kids. It sounds stupid, but it's more of a covering their rear end sort of thing. And it's a liability thing. Like, you would be surprised how important liability is when it comes to teaching. But there will come a day when the kids realize that, you know, maybe it's not a good idea to treat the subs like garbage. But that'll be a long way off. Of course, there is like a sub shortage, so yeah. Oh, here you would just leave the class and report them? Oh, that's interesting. I wish we had something like that here. Unfortunately, that's not how things work here in America. In America, the teacher gets blamed for everything. Like, I would give props to anyone who had the stones to do that here. Because if I were to do something like that, I'd get fired. Oh, yeah. Need to keep farming. But at the end of the day, like, I don't do anything to risk my job, because I know for a fact that I'm not going to be making... I don't make enough to risk losing my job. I mean, they can punish an entire class, but they really don't like doing that. Alright, 286. Oh, nope, I messed up. Okay. I didn't mean to do that. Like, I have had a kid sent out of class before because they've caused problems. Yeah, parents can be a problem sometimes, but I'm not going to comment on that. I am very aware of the role of parents in the educational situation nowadays, unfortunately. I believe a friend of mine put it that dealing with parents is half the battle now. Like, parents are usually on the side of their kid no matter what. So, getting a parent to admit they're wrong is pretty much never gonna happen. But, we are almost at 300 bones, and I think that once I reach 300 bones, we'll stop. Because, I fully acknowledge there's always going to be a need for bones, but I don't want to spend too much time farming bones. I can't really say things about German parents. Like, the thing is the educational situation here is drastically different from anywhere else. Because, here in America, policies differ from pretty much county to county, or area to area. Like, there are some places where parents have, like, very minimal influence on their kids' education here. And there are some places where the parents have, like, a firm iron grip on what the kids can't do. America has a very long and interesting history with education. Um, So, America has always been very contested on how it handles public education. Like, it's been that way since, pretty early on. Like, even back in the colonies, most of the education was handled by some conservative churches. They had, like, small little church houses where the, kids would go learn. And, like, education back then was, like, a very minimal thing. And, like, over time it changed to be, education was supposed to teach you everything you needed to know about working in a factory. And now it's like, and now everything is like, education is supposed to teach you everything you need to know everywhere, and life doesn't work that way. Like, school, I will say this, school cannot teach you all the life lessons you need to learn. There are some lessons you have to learn on your own. Like, there comes a time where you have to look at yourself and be... Where you look at yourself and you have to think, alright, how can I make myself better? What can I do to improve myself? Or what can I do to make this situation better? And I've been in that place a couple times where I've had to stop and think, yeah, I need to change what I'm doing, otherwise things aren't gonna get better. And education is one of those things where we need to kind of step back and reassess how we're doing things. I mean, at its core, the biggest issue we're facing right now is the fact that no matter what we do, we're gonna have issues with education. Like, there is no right way to teach. There is only methods of teaching. And I know that sounds strange, but that's just the way the world works. So let's go ahead and nuke the skeletons and be on our way. Alright, there we go. Up 298. So, How much pedagogy is used in America's teaching? Quite a bit, and a lot of it is used behind the scenes. Like, I am taking courses on that right now, so you'll have to ask me at a very, very later date.
この明かりの星の規模死を照らす命の証見るがいい
こういうのどうだつうの昆虫だな他にやることないのこういうのどうだ
There's quite a lot of stuff that goes into a teaching curriculum.
敵将打ちかさくなくこの辺りが
Like, there is a required pedagogy exam here in the state in which I live that I'm gonna have to take at some point. So we use it quite a bit. Alright, let's nuke the skeleton.
かさくなく
この明かりの星の規模死を照らす命の証見るがいい
Alright, how much damage am I doing exactly? 800,000? Yeah, that's a pretty large amount. Alright, there we go. Yeah, that is, the last of my farming tonight. So, it is almost 11 o'clock here at night. And there's only 1 hour left of skeleton farming. So I think now is a good time to end off the stream. So, now's a good time to end things off. Thank you for coming out, Dusty. I am gonna go, rest.